All the recipes can be found on CFAX, can't they? CFAX? Bloody hell, who remembers CFAX, everyone? Eat that meat, river. Doesn't that pheasant look pleasant? What is this? Once it's to the big raid. Is I itching to get it to your kitchen? Yeah! Oh yes. Lunch. Lunch. No, it won't be on Oracle. No, not for the pros. The pros? I never cheated at Bamboozle, Dennis. You disgust me. You sicken me, Dennis. You fucking arsehole cheating at Bamboozle. How dare you? If Mr. Bamboozle could read this, he'd be very upset. Hey, we're riding out. Where's the Hell's Angels? Who's got the crystal meth? It's the 1%ers, everybody. Yeah, the Bamboozler versus Digit. Obnoxious, naughty children. Two fat ladies at WCW Hogworld. Yeah, this is what we have in the UK instead of Sturgis.
Such a pretty place, isn't it lovely?
North Dakota.
Tom.
Yeah, lovely.
Hello.
What would Bamboozler think?
So nice to see you.
Brilliant directions, thank you.
Yeah, I'm pleased you found us.
Well, it was quite easy with your good instructions.
Follow the exhaust.
Well, that's what we tried to do.
We're not going to cook for all these people.
Oh, no, just us are staying in my house.
Oh, no.
And you'll join us on the run?
Well, for a little bit, but we're
On the
not
ride.
Oh,
We're riding out.
Oh, yes, I'd love to. I'd love
some
to.
beautiful
We're riding out to the
Yeah,
Ace
go,
Cafe,
and all around
everybody.
the lakes.
Yes, oh, it's lovely.
I'd love to see it.
Are you going to see the bikes now?
The
Yes,
Ace
I'd love
Cafe
to.
just
I believe there are some
on the North Circular.
Fantastic, real
Yeah.
good.
We'll see you back at the house.
Yes, good.
Yeah,
See you later. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, apparently they were horrible, man. Everyone said that they were like the worst shows.
Look at this
The
little
Hogwild
treasure.
shows. Horrific stuff.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, they should have,
Why did you say
Ebenezer.
highly inflammable?
I imagine it's because it's petrol.
I do like the
No,
old
you know
South
what it
End
is?
shakedown.
No.
It's a Sunbeam 1920. With an oil
1920.
bath chain case. It's an absolute
Where's a
treasure.
Vincent Black
This is
Shadow?
lovely, I wonder.
You like it, do you?
Oh, I love it.
We're riding out to fight the mobs.
Beautiful.
And that's for going up
With
a
their
hill.
fucking
That's for
Vespers.
putting oil in it.
Yes. When you're going up a hill or something.
Yes, yes.
And a wonderful horn.
Fucking hair. My hair's
Look,
attacking
here's
me.
another nice AJS.
This is yours? It's beautiful.
Oh wow, really
What
good.
age?
1926.
Yes, indeed,
That's a
Ebenezer.
good age.
Yes, it's not as old as me.
You're older than the bike, and that's 71 years old. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, you're an old bastard.
You saw this?
What's in
Pops.
Tongue?
them? Oh, very good.
Meant to feign
I
interest.
agree.
Quite right. Did you hear what he said? No? Keep the old meat going.
Here, here.
Keep the old meat going. That sounds a bit
I
rude.
think it's time to go back to Tom's and start cooking.
A
We can
brewery
join
in
the rally
Heskett.
later. I
You
guess
join
it's
the
50
rally?
enthusiasts.
Mr. Biffo is a wonderful bloke. A wonderful bloke with a very creative mind. Yes, so many sleepy villagers here in the extreme north of England.
Look at those
Sleepy
donkeys.
villagers.
Awfully randy
Sleepy
creatures,
people.
donkeys.
Oh, they're sweet.
Donkeys?
It's a big part
Are we?
of the Bible.
Is that what we're gonna?
True.
Is that what? Are they gonna kill
I'm
one?
very fond of
Eat
them.
it?
Yes, well,
Not to be mocked.
no, indeed. Very thought, Jennifer.
Yes, the
Big
type of
tomato
village where you
stuff
only
on
get
Sunday.
fudge. We sell fudge, and that's it. That's your lot. Fudge. Have your fudge. And eat it.
Now,
Eat.
for lunch today, for my hungry
What are we having?
motorbicyclists, I've got a really glorious piece of loin of pork.
A
I don't mean the
loin?
tenderloin, the little tiny fillet. This is the great big side of rib.
A big,
but
massive
bone,
fucking loin.
And
Yes.
the rind has been taken
Yes,
off by the
thank you,
butcher.
Stuart.
And what I'm going to do is stuff it
Absolutely not.
with
These were
mushrooms and
close.
garlic. And you see what
Loin
a
stuffed
lovely
with
piece of
mushrooms
meat it
and
is?
garlic. Okay.
It's, you know, a real pig. It's not a factory.
It's a
pig.
real
This one's
pig,
been out
like
and about
me.
and snuffed it. And what I do is I cut a nice slice in
It could
there,
possibly be donkey, possibly.
make an envelope to take the mushrooms. And the mushrooms are sep, or fungi, porcini. They come
Porcini.
dried and you soak them. for
Cornflake
about
and
30
cheese
minutes.
stuffing.
But keep the juice. We want that later. I mean, if you're a millionaire, you could use truffles, which they do in Perigord.
If you're a
But
millionaire,
I
like
think that's
me,
a tiny bit
and
extravagant.
quite frankly, if you're not a
We'll
millionaire,
take
fuck
them
off.
And we'll stuff them in. I do advise you to always have them handy. They're good for soups, they're good for casseroles, they're good for anything.
Yes,
If you
porcini
soak
mushrooms
them
are very
and
nice.
cook them a little bit, they make a wonderful omelette. Tuck them in snugly.
Ah,
Quite a lot of garlic.
we've just made a little clit in
Well.
this pork.
Garlic gives a very good
A
flavour.
lot
to
of
pork.
garlic,
Pork
and we
loves
really
it.
do mean a fucking
The
lot
smell
of
is
garlic,
wonderful
yes.
When it's cooking. It's just excellent. Now, if you were very clever and can do what butchers
Clarissa
can do,
pretended
you
to
know,
do
make those
stuff.
wonderful little loops on the string,
Clarissa just-
pray do so. But
Clarissa
I
can barely
collect
be asked, just...
these little rubber bands off various birds I've bought, and that makes life a great deal easier.
I've
just
strangled
ordinary
many a
rubber
bird
bands,
with
are
these
they?
rubber
No,
bands.
they're especially for cooking.
I like
that-
mushrooms myself.
Because, you know, they don't melt when
Yes,
it's
this is
horrible.
only in your
Put
butcher.
ordinary
It is
rubber
not for the
bands.
likes of
No,
you.
no, I suppose you wouldn't. Foolish of me, dear.
Ah, Jennifer's got what it takes.
You find these, I'm sure you've all found them, wrapped around the legs of
Well, it's
chickens,
butcher's twine.
keeping them trussed together, which I
It's
don't think is a
butcher's
very good
twine,
idea.
which I
always
think you can
untruss
get
them,
anywhere.
Because if you cook them trussed, the inside of the leg remains bloody. And what we want to do is roll them. But you see, that's very nice.
Roll it up as you
Like a
would
little
a
boat
Woodbine
stuff.
cigarette.
That's what you want. Now look at that lovely little thing. That's ready for the
Totally
pot.
fine, Arcturus.
We pop it in, turn
Go
it
for it.
down like that, so the fat is on the top.
The fat! Fat!
A little more
Fat!
salt on top.
This Fanny Craddock had a lovely line about rubbing salt into the top of a piece of pork as it was into the face of your worst enemies.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
She was always a little over the top, wasn't she?
As if into the
Poor
face of
husband
your
showed it
husband.
all to her. Now then, we've got
Well, yeah,
all
for sure,
the
Count
bones
Hoskell, that's always a pain.
and the rind, which you bring home from the butcher.
The
Most
rind
important because they contain all the flavour.
with the
And we'll put
flames.
these bones, you see, they're lovely.
Yes, rubbing salt
Well,
into the pork as if they were the working
meat.
class.
They have this extraordinary
Oh, yes,
thing in
Craddock
Scotland.
definitely would
they
say
don't
that,
sell
yes.
loin of pork with the crackling.
More
so you have
salt,
to order
Johnny.
it ages in advance.
I never
Am I
think-
watching
they
these
do it
cooking
in
streams
France,
for
they
research
never
to
have
start my own
crackling. Maybe
kitchen
Mary
stream,
Queen
I
of Scots
think.
started it. When she
I would.
came over
It would
with
be
an
funny if I
Irish
could.
French
Unfortunately, there's barely enough room to swing a cat in our
Anyway,
kitchen.
the flavour
So I
is
don't know
there.
how
They
the
always
fuck I
put-
would
they
do a
always
cooking
keep it
stream
and
in
use
it.
flavour, soups and
Like, we
stews
have
and
such a
anything like
tiny
that, and
kitchen,
always roast
honestly.
it round the meat.
It's
Which is rather what you're
ludicrous.
doing there,
Yes,
isn't
that's exactly
There's
what
no
I'm doing.
room.
They just don't have a
Not like that
passion
massive
for
fucking
crackling. I don't know anyone in
thing.
England who doesn't like crackling, except
Pork
those
crackling.
poor unfortunate vegetarians. I
Except
suppose.
those bloody vegetarians!
Now, this
which we must
wouldn't
annoy
actually
at
turn
all
into
times.
crackling because
Anyone else ever
I've
concerned by the
been
amount of butter that James
liquid
Martin seems to
later.
use? Well,
But
he's from
it's
Yorkshire.
the flavour I'm after here.
You gotta
not
use
crackling.
butter. It's
So that's
proper.
all ready.
He says that in that he
Put
does
it
some
in the
advert for like
oven
some fucking
for 30
tomato
minutes
sauce, and it's
to
like,
begin with,
or some
and then
tin
I'll come
tomatoes, and
back.
it's like they're proper.
In the top oven.
I must
In the
remind
top
you at
oven.
all times that I'm from Yorkshire. I'm James Martin. They're proper. Yes, how dare people
There
have
we are.
empathy for how animals are
Prepare
treated?
the
Disgusting.
things for it. Things.
Sounds
Well,
very mysterious.
juices.
Juices.
I'll be back.
The
I shall
juice
wait in
is
eager
loose.
anticipation.
Ah.
I love
Oh, right,
clam
Clarissa,
chowder
jeez.
for lunch. It's
Clam
quite
ch-
one of my favourites.
Bleh!
What I've got here is
No.
some chopped onions, softening
Clam
with a bit of
chowder.
bacon.
Ugh, disgusting.
And the bacon I'm using is this, Spectre prosciutto, which is the bacon which is made for the pigs which they raise for the prosciutto ham. I'm just
Are there
going
any
to chop up a bit
high-profile
more.
vegetarian celeb chefs? I can't think
If
of
you
any.
can't get that, any interesting bacon will do.
Ah,
People think that clam chowder is American.
Yeah,
and
this is not
indeed they
corny,
have
flaky
adopted it
bacon.
for their own. But
you know, I
like so
can't think
many
of too
things,
many
was taken over by the
vegetarian
17th
forward
century settlers.
celeb shows.
And
Like,
what
as in
makes
ones
the
that are on the
difference
telly.
between American chowder and our
Vegan
own chowder
games.
is potatoes.
God.
Because of course we didn't have potatoes at the time when the Pilgrim Fathers
There
set off
must.
for the
There,
Plymouth Rock.
you'd have thought there would be one
And as
nowadays.
my recipe is based on an American
I don't know,
chowder,
maybe not.
I'll put in some potatoes
Yes.
and some water.
Usually manage a cheese sandwich like, yeah, this is lunch for the week, yes. Oh, God, clam chowder. Creamy, bloody horror.
And quite a lot
Ugh,
of pepper.
No.
A handful of black pepper.
Black pepper.
And then you
Black
have to
pepper.
cook and soften for about 10 to 15 minutes, just until the potatoes are soft.
Yeah,
Of course, the thing that makes clam chowder is the clams.
I wouldn't
And
even
you
have
want
anywhere
a
close
lot
to
of
this
clams.
for
The more
lunch
clams
night
you
on a
have, the
cheat
better
day.
it is, I always feel. And
If I
here
did,
I've just got
I
some
wouldn't be
clams
having
that have been
dinner or
shelled,
lunch the next day, for that matter.
and with their liquor,
Or dinner the next
you can
day,
use
probably.
tin clams, so they're perfectly all right. And in fact, it's very often difficult to get clams.
Clams! You want some clams?
Make sure that they're firmly closed before you cook them, otherwise
Even
throw
just
them away.
chicken wraps are
And then
improved
just
immensely
put them in
by
a
ghee.
pan
Oh,
with
yeah,
some
yeah, if you
water
can
or
cook
wine
anything in
and
ghee.
let them open.
I'm sure that's
You keep
amazing,
the
although
liquor.
not exactly an option. It's not very diety. It's not very
And
diety,
then I'm
just
going to add some
clarified butter. Oh, God. Yes, half a pig plus clams.
Now that's got to come to the boil.
Yeah,
So,
indeed,
mix it
yeah.
well.
I've still got it over there.
And then I take it off the heat and leave it to infuse for an hour. And then you just...
I mean,
it
I
and
personally
serve.
think I've never had clam chowder, but just the look to me of it, Sammy, is
Can I
horrific.
get into the oven?
Yes, of course you can.
Good.
Is
I
it
really,
time
do,
up?
I
Yes,
really
I
don't
it's
like.
done,
I
take a
hate.
minute.
I
Can we
really
number 10
hate
your
like
time is up?
creamy,
Yeah,
heavy,
I got it
bloody
here.
like
I've got
white
the juice
looking.
left over from the
Like I hate
soaking
things like
mushrooms,
fish pie. I
quarter of a
cannot
pint
fucking
of
stand.
white wine, and the rest
Grim,
made up
grim
with
stuff.
beef
Cream
stock
of chicken
or
soup.
veal stock.
Yes, it does
Some
look a
good
bit
stock.
like
This
crème
will
vichy
go
was
in on
glacé.
top of the meat.
I don't think
Yeah, they're
Jennifer's
all
fin.
nice and brown.
That actually looks alright.
The browning of the
Jennifer's
bones
fin,
and
I
the
would eat.
skin will give a very nice flavour.
But the clam chowder can fuck off. That can go in the bin. Jennifer to me is Jennifer's definitely
Now we'll put
winning
it
this
back
episode
for
by a
another
mile so
1.5
far.
or 2 hours.
Not a fan of cream. Not on my dinner. No. I don't like creamy soups. I don't like fish pie. I don't like. I don't particularly like that. You know, spaghetti carbonara that you often get. That's done with cream, as in done warmly. What are you,
Supermarket!
Jennifer?
Supermarket!
Why? Who have you just killed, Jennifer?
Well, I always serve my clam
Cream tea on
chowder
scones?
with-
No, that's
with
different.
cracker
That's
crumbs, you see.
cream-
And I've
cream
found a
like
great way
dessert
of
cream
breaking
is
them up and
totally
getting rid
different.
of your anger at the same time is to put them in a plastic
That's
bag
a different
and stamp
thing.
on them.
I thought you were having a turn.
I thought you were killing a cat, Jen.
do have a turn.
Feel like a nut.
You feel very
Yeah,
happy.
yeah. I thought we were having steamed
And then you
clams.
see, you open
See,
it
I
up
love fish. I love seafood.
and you've got
Animal crackers for your soup.
Animal
animal
crackers.
crackers. I'm hungry. Have we got time for a bite before the rally?
Of course.
Good. I know just the place.
Yes, I'm pretending it's your
I don't
face,
think a trip to
Jennifer.
the Lake District's complete without a bacon sandwich
Lake
at Devil's
District.
Bridge.
No, it's a very good stopping place.
Well, it's always full of bikers when I come, so I expect you're here all the time.
They know where.
Yeah, like
is
proper
to be
carbonara, like done with like your egg and
How are
that,
very
is
well,
lovely.
how are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to
We've
see
come
you.
to have one of your delicious bacon sandwiches.
A delicious
okay.
bacon sandwiches.
Yes, well, the
Kirkby
cup
Lonsdale
of
is
tea
fucking
and
miles
a
away
cup
from
of
Heskett
coffee.
Newmarket.
Why
Are you
your
sure?
bacon sandwiches so
Are you
much
sure?
better
I'm
than everyone
sure
else's?
that they don't.
Well,
They
use
drove there.
local
It only took
bacon,
2
and, my
minutes.
chef actually, he goes and selects it.
And you
It
taste
only took 2 minutes.
I don't have
Anyone
to
would think
confess
this was
I'm a
filmed on another day,
vegetarian.
Stuart. Is that what you're saying?
Actually eat it.
How can you be? I'm gonna
Schwartz
serve them all
carbonara
well.
sachets.
I just about
Ugh,
do.
God.
So good.
Well, you're doing a great service for those of us who are.
You had a
Ah, jolly
chopino
good.
once
There we
in a
go.
sourdough bowl.
Truly
Chopino?
unselfish.
Chipino? You never want to eat
Where we
oysters
go?
ever. That shit looks foul. I
Yeah,
love
so that
oysters.
the
I
little bridge
love
in-
oysters.
sits in the sun.
Oysters are
Very
yummy.
good idea.
But they are a very
Wonderful
acquired
place
taste.
here, isn't it? It's so beautiful.
Yes, I don't know why this is called the Devil's Bridge.
The
Very
Devil's
good flavour.
Breach.
Lovely.
Devil's
I'm
Dumplings.
told that more vegetarians relapse on bacon than
Oh,
any
for
other
God's sake, they're
It's
going
the
on
smell
about
of it
fucking
cooking,
vegetarians again.
It is one of the best
Obsessed.
smells, isn't it?
irresistible.
Yeah, you
the
could
bacon
always get
frying.
them going again with bacon.
Absolutely lovely.
Great hangovers
Cheating
here, in the days when I
bastards.
had hangovers.
Well, they always say.
Indeedy,
that if you
Kampolsky,
manage
yes.
to
Fold
hang
through the
over,
eggs.
Eat a full hearty
Fold through the
breakfast
eggs.
instead of all
And
these
it's
sort of
lovely.
fizzy things.
Right, a bit of fat.
The liver embraces
That's a nice thought, Stuart.
I suppose we should be on our way, really.
Off
I know
we
they
go,
really
its
did,
imperial
Sammy.
bodies.
Yes, they're going to eat a
rally.
vegetarian
The
in one
rally
day, aren't they?
indeed.
I must say, I noticed some
You've
of
seen
your
them on a hot
motorcyclists
day.
have got awfully good legs.
Oh. Yes, that's the only thing they have in common. Hating vegetarians. The episode of Mr. Bean where he eats too many bad oysters and he has a nightmare about them. Oh, you mean... Stuart, you meant jump in them to cool off. Ah. Excuse me?
With you, husband.
The fuck? Oh, we've got... Well, I wasn't expecting the Star Trek cameo. We've got a bit of tracking going on.
Faster, Jennifer, come on, quick, let's overtake them.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a cook. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a too-fat lady.
Oh.
A red shirt's... Yes, someone puts the tape in one day. They're gonna watch fucking like I'm gonna have a classic Star Trek day today. I'm gonna watch City on the Edge of Forever. I'm gonna watch the Corbomite maneuver. I'm gonna watch all the classics. And someone's fucking taped it over for two fat ladies. It's like, oi! Who the fuck's taped over my Star Trek? Two fat Trekkies. Oh God, Dennis. That's brilliant. That was unexpected. VHS home recording. The VHS Artifacts Challenge.
He was the
What we cooking here,
chef of his day, and he wrote this wonderful cookery book.
Yes, the
called
two fat ladies are Star Trek aliens. Suddenly the whole show makes more
To
sense.
all his fellow chefs for giving away
Damn
their
it, Jim, I'm a
trade
doctor,
secrets,
not a rotund chef.
a nicety which isn't practiced today.
If a red shirt eats any of these, you know
Salmon
what
cooked
Bones
with
is going to be
orange and red
saying.
wine. You have to remember that oranges at the
He's
time
dead,
were
Jim.
something of an excitement. and a
Someone had their
luxury.
video plus
They
numbers.
were new on the scene.
Oh God, Jesus, Green Express, I
When
hadn't
Stuart
thought of
King
that.
Came to England, they brought a rather
Suddenly
higher
Theresa
standard
May
of
comes up,
sophistication
and not
in
the
cooking,
MP.
so that
Theresa May
this
and
dish
bend
is one of
over.
their inventions. Salmon nowadays is cheap again. But
Salmon.
farm salmon doesn't have, even good farm salmon, the same amount of flavour as wild salmon.
No,
So
it
it's a
must
very
be
good
wild.
excuse to use
Fuck
some of
the
these
salmon.
old
Fuck
dishes which have
Fuck
strong,
farming. That
robust
keeps their numbers
I'm just going to
high.
lay
They
upon
must
the
be
oranges.
wild.
And then I shall put
Fuck
some
them.
more orange slices.
Vladimir
round the
put it in.
side. This
Let's make
dish
this
is
fish food
normally done
unhealthy
with
as
a
fuck.
darn of salmon, which is the solid cut through behind the head.
Kirkby Lonsdale is
I'm doing it
53 miles away
today.
from Eskin.
If you're doing this for a dinner party,
God.
it's very nice to use blood oranges.
That's a
Makes
long.
very
That's a
pretty
long ride
compote.
for a bacon
Now, I'm just going
sandwich.
to squeeze the juice of one orange over it.
So we've got this
This very
lovely,
useful
massive bit of
tool,
wild salmon.
Is a facsimile of an Elizabethan,
Yeah,
fruit
that's the same
squeezer.
price as our weekly shop. You
and it really gets all the juice out of the orange.
for this fucking bit of
There's
massive
very good
hunk of
oranges,
salmon.
squeezing like mad, aren't
Aren't
they?
Which
they
were-
lovely?
What is this?
Don't
What
always
salmon
find
à
blood
la
oranges, that's
orange?
the trouble.
Yes,
No,
this show
you
might
get
as well be
more
called
of them
Fuck the
nowadays.
Poor.
Yeah.
Cool,
Also,
cool,
they
cool,
don't
cool.
blood orange anymore.
Do people
It's
seriously have
ruby.
pans that big?
Is
What,
it?
don't
Yeah.
you, Garth?
Oh,
Well,
no.
No blood.
what, you don't have pans that big?
You like
God,
lunch, don't you, Jennifer?
disgusting.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes, and
I
dinner.
like the idea of lunch.
I like lunch, and
Going
dinner,
out to
and
that,
dessert,
I feel it's
and
slightly
tea,
naughty
and breakfast,
tomorrow.
and
You know,
elevenses.
going to a really
And
good
second
restaurant,
lunch.
And then to make it even worse, to go to a cinema.
They are too big for the
afterwards.
cook hobs. Well, you're
Especially if
supposed
the
to put them
sun's
in an Arga, Garth.
I wish I had such
If you don't, and if you don't have an Arga,
easiest
quite frankly,
Just a-
you may as well
feel
go
you
down the
should
dole
be
office right now.
at work. There you are, having a lovely lunch.
But no, I get you saying, yeah, we don't have pans anywhere fucking near that big. My God, they're
Yes, there's
humongous.
this whole subculture, isn't there, of terribly thin, elegant.
What about
women
second
who go
breakfast?
out to
Oh,
lunch.
you can't
That's
forget
what
second
they get
breakfast.
to
It's always that
sort
slight
of-
bit different to
There's
11s.
restaurants where they go
And
to
had at the
be
same time.
seen.
Well, this would be a good dish for them. I mean, it's terribly slimming.
Oh, my dear.
Terribly slimming.
To lunch. They come in their Chanel or Givenchy and order some sort of huge plate of salad.
You
which
prefer
they
using
pick
VJ rather than
and then nothing
AGA.
else.
Is
A
it that
huge
ruddy
pick of salad.
Wallis Simpson
Oh, yes, don't
type,
forget
you know,
St. Matthew's
who's never
meal,
been
yes,
too
of course.
rich or too thin. But what happened to her?
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
They had a good
Oh,
grating
dear.
of nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg was very much, again, an excitement in the 17th
John
century.
Townsend has entered
I'm
the
all for
chat.
nutmeg. I love it.
It's a hallucinogenic drug, you know.
Yeah, but you have to eat an awful lot.
Probably kill you before you had the hallucination.
John Townsend is welcome to 18th
Orange
century
along
cooking.
the top.
These two seem to be very
Are you going to
hateful.
bake that?
No, I'm
No.
going to cook it on the top of the stove there.
That's wonderful.
And now I'm going to pour over it
So
some
how is
red
salmon-
wine. A good, robust red wine.
How is salmon
Red
improved
wine
by
goes very
oranges
well with
and
salmon.
red
It's a
and...
nice, strong
Salmon and
flavour
red
for the
wine.
oily fish.
It's delicious. I've got a friend, Willie. He's an Italian.
Willie!
He always cooks salmon with red wine and rosemary, and it's very good.
So I need to go over there now. Are you ready for a change?
I need to go over
Why
there.
don't
Can you
we
fucking
change
move?
Places and
Oh,
dance
God.
with me.
Yeah, Lord.
Rather unusually, I'm cooking this
Can,
at the top.
Clarissa, can I use Sunny
The
Delight
reason being,
instead
of course, that Robert May
of
would
fresh
not have had
blood?
ovens
Of
as we know
fresh,
them
instead of
available
fresh
to him at the
Seville
time.
oranges.
And I'm just going to bring it to a simmer and cover it with a bit of foil.
Yeah, lemon juice on salmon is fine. Orange, I suppose so.
And don't overcook it.
Seems like a
Whatever
fucking
you do, there
lot,
is
though.
nothing worse than overcooked fish.
Well,
I mean,
yes,
you might
there
as well
is that.
send out for a Chinese takeaway if you're going to overcook
Ugh!
it.
A Chinese bloody
I could
takeaway?
stay and watch
God,
this
the
like a
hate in that
for about
sentence.
10 to 15 minutes.
The
So I'll watch you
hatred.
like a fork too. What
A
do you want?
Chinese
I'm going to
takeaway?
cook a nice old-fashioned
Case
dish
cooking
of
with you,
stuffed
Sunny Delight.
tomatoes. It's a very good little thing. You could have it either as a first course, or it goes very well
What
with
is
a
this,
joint of
tomato?
meat. But
Something.
this is just the stuffing part. I've already
Stuffed
fried
tomato.
in a buttered pan
VHS.
my meat. This happens to be veal. but
Is
it
this a
could be
stuffed tomato?
pork,
Veal?
or it
Oh,
could be
wow.
beef, or
We're
a
really
mixture if you
pissing off
like.
the vegetarians
And
now.
that's just in a pan with a little bit of butter in it until it separates.
Yes.
That's all that needs for the time being. Now, what I've done before,
Yeah, that doesn't look very
Is that
pleasant,
good?
Swivy.
the tomatoes.
So we're
I've
gonna stuff
taken
to- so
all
we're gonna
the
stuff these
insides
tomatoes
out, all
with
the
veal,
seeds and the
basically.
juice, and put them upside
What are we gonna add
down
next,
so
foie
they
gras?
drain nicely. You cut the little tops off and keep them because you'll need them later.
Oh,
The stuff that
well.
was in the tomatoes, you can sieve and whiz, and then make yourself a nice Bloody Mary to keep your spirits up.
A nice Bloody
Now,
Mary
first I've
or
got to
7.
make the stuffing for the tomatoes,
I love a good
garlic.
Chinese because I'm poor.
as usual. Must have
Yes.
garlic in these sort of
Clarissa would rather commit
There's
bloody...
These were tasted breadcrumbs. And
We
I,
need to
I
get
just
Barry
whipped
to
them
do one of
in
these,
the magic
yes.
mix, so do whatever you've got.
You could have stamped on them.
You could have stamped on them. Yes.
Stamp on them, make some more animal crackers. Yes,
Then some
VHSI.
beaten eggs. That will bind them.
Well, Borders, they're both
Parsley,
non-dead.
quite a lot of parsley.
So-
It looks good. It is good. Is good.
It might be. I think you're right, Matt. I think. What's that? Salt.
Salt and
Don't
pepper.
forget salt.
Quite a
And
lot.
pepper.
You want it to taste.
Jeez, that looks like fucking...
People's dowries used to be paid. in
That looks
pepper,
like
didn't it?
ashes. That looks
Well,
like a person's
in the
ashes.
East, I believe the sultans chose their ladies for their harem
Yes,
by
the
how
mitten
many
of pork.
cloves they could put into their navel.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
think first on the
Yes,
list,
they
I
liked
dare say.
they liked a large navel.
I'd rather have
Yeah.
a diamond.
But if you were a good harem girl, you
Yes, looks like a Kay's cooking dish. Phillips Video 2000.
Anyway, we stir this all up.
Oh, God, that looks gross.
Now we fill them with a little spoon. Fill them as much as you can, because there's a bit of shrinkage in the cooking.
A bit of shrinkage. Much like my
We're going
husband.
to put them into an earthenware dish and cook them in the oven eventually. Stuff them
No,
like
Jennifer's...
that, you see?
This is not good,
And
Jen.
put their little hats on.
The little hit. Here's a picture of the Duchess of our breath without a hit on.
And when
Most
you're buying
invigorating!
Tomatoes, always give them a good smell, because a really good tomato
Give them a
has
good
a very
smell.
distinctive scent. You feel it's been
Give
in
them
the
a good
sun.
smell.
Otherwise, if they
Don't be
smell, they won't
satisfied by
taste
just
either.
one sniff. How
So
about
make
two?
sure of that.
It's actually
How
very
about
easy to
huffing
grow
them?
Tomatoes. I mean,
Very easy. Now, what we want to do...
Yes,
we
it's
want
a
little
maggot-infested
olive oil
tomato. So tomato that's
on the top
gone
of
rancid. Delicious.
Good olive oil. This is very nice olive oil.
To market.
If you stick your finger in, you'll just get a little dribble out, you see.
Yeah, the ashes
I
are
suppose
from...
it
Yeah,
will
the
taste
ashes are
a
actually...
bit
Yeah.
more Italian,
Yeah, this is actually
Ah,
just
yeah,
Jennifer's
yes, I love
cigarette
it. I
ash that
also
they've
like
cooked
Greek.
up.
Very good Greek oil for
And they just
The
picked it all
virginer the
up.
better.
Maybe threw in a couple of dog ends.
Now, we'll pop them in the oven.
Are they still cooking lunch? Yes, apparently.
They look sweet.
Lunch
Sweet.
for two.
I'll do many more.
Put them in the agar.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Ew.
Lovely colours.
That's
No, it's
fantastic.
not.
Such lovely colours too, and look at that, done to perfection. You've
Orange,
just seen.
yes,
Yeah, what if you just wanted to eat some good
Now
fucking
what?
tomatoes? Well,
Well, one
then
eats
you're
it.
Just
clearly a
take it in,
pauper,
take it in,
Sans.
Yes,
It's a wonderful smell.
Roasted
Yeah,
maggots.
Orange in the wine. It's sort of Christmas.
Well, those dishes
yes,
look
it is, I thought of
gruesome.
that, and the nutmeg, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
A massive shitload of salmon with nothing but some oranges for accompaniment. Oh, those tomatoes are gross.
With a potato.
A stuffed tomato to have with a potato. Oh, God. Awful.
Serve this
Oh,
chowder with
no,
broken
that's
cream
toilet
crackers
water.
and a green salad.
Toilet water.
This loin of pork is splendid.
Loin of pork
hot
looks
or
okay.
cold.
Loin of pork looks fine. Baby's first nabby.
Enjoy the luxury
Robert
of
May
new
salmon. Who the
potatoes
fuck
with
is
this
Robert
salmon.
May? He sure didn't know how to cook from the looks of that. Don't forget to sniff your tomato and then sniff your fingers. Stuffed avocado. If you're rich, you don't need to eat salad. Well, unless it's a tomato stuffed with fucking caviar.
Well, that was a bit of a change from ladies who lunch.
Yeah, it was a bit of a change. Yes, sir. Yep, Jennifer's got a sick one.
Luncheon, luncheon. What a lovely luncheon.
It was a triumph.
It was several trials.
It was a triumph.
I can't quite still, though, understand this whole sort of
Do these
motorcycle
fuckers
thing.
not eat vegetables?
Why not?
I don't think they know
simple
what
as
one is,
Mikado. I mean,
Valdivia.
they know everything about they love and treasure.
The only thing they know about vegetables is that they're sold
treat
in
them
Asda.
with the greatest care and respect.
Anyway, chin chin.
Best known for writing and
Your
publishing
very
a
good health.
1660
It's been a lovely
cookbook, The
day,
Accomplished
enormous fun.
Cook.
I loved it.
The accomplished shit cook. The first major book of English recipes. The 8 things that eat vegetables. Yes, what if the Bouquet family did cooking
You've
shows?
never asked to have a go driving. You're entirely welcome.
Well, what about now?
Okay?
They just know it's no. They just know that Asda's a horrible and scary place. Oh goodness me! The switcheroo.
There we go.
Well done.
Boom.
Yes, I like
It's
this.
wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, I
The
like
camel
that.
can't wait before they
That's
kick the
very
shit out
comfortable.
of
I feel
Donkey.
like snug as a bug in a rug.
Yes, I think the stunt doubles might have done that bit. Yes, no road laws apply. They're far too rich.
Further information about these receipts can be found on CFAX,
You have some
page
Jackie Chan.
580.
CFAX page 580. Well, jolly good. How fabulous. What a fabulous luncheon. A fabulous luncheon. That poor suspension. Did she say receipts? Receipts. Receipts. You have a few old cookbooks like 1800 jobbies. Interesting. Well, I love some of like the old cooking channels you can get here on the YouTube, Kamposky. I love you gotta love Townsend's. I'm John Townsend. 18th century cooking. He's so lovely and heartwarming. And of course you gotta have a Mrs. Crocombe as well. Mrs. Crocombe, the Victorian kitchen. You gotta love those channels. Certainly a lot better than the Two Fat Ladies. Yes, drunk from the salmon dish, drunk off all that fucking wine.